Unit 4, Lesson 5, example number 3. So this will be the 2-column example of the proof, and then we'll do the flow proof. So let's see. Example 3. Given AB is congruent to CA, AB congruent to CA, and given that AX is the angle bisector of BAC, so I know this piece and this piece are the same, prove that ABX is the same as ACX. ABX, ACX. So we're looking at these two pieces here. We want to prove that those are the same. So those are angles within two triangles. So I know that this is going to be a CPCTC proof. And let's write our methods down that we have to choose from. We have side, 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 angle, side, angle, side, angle, 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 side, and hypotenuse leg. However, if I look at this, I already see that hypotenuse leg is out. So again, what I'm trying to prove is in yellow. What they gave me is a side and an angle. That is marked on the diagram. So since they gave me a side and an angle, I know side, side, side is out. Let's see what else. Let's see. So now we're trying to see. They gave us nothing about another angle. They didn't tell us anything about them, so we can't make assumptions. So those are out. So can we get another side? And we can. Here's a side. So we have AX would be congruent to itself. So I have a method. I'm going to set up my two columns. So I've set up my two columns. I've put my given information in. Other things that I know that I have to prove these two triangles are congruent before I can say that angle ABX is congruent to angle ACX, and that will be CPCTC. And before that, I need to prove the two triangles are congruent, so I'm going to set up that statement now. And again, corresponding parts need to be written in the same order. So BAX will end up being congruent to CAX. And I know my method will be side, angle, side. So again, this is giving me points in my proof regardless of whether I can fill in the rest of the information. So they gave us a side right in the given info, which means I need to list at least another angle statement and another side statement. So they gave me AX is the angle bisector of angle BAC. Well, what does that tell me? That tells me that I'm going to put a little 1 here and a 2. So that tells me that angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. And that is the definition of an angle bisector. Okay, well now I have an angle statement, which means I need another side statement because I'm using side, angle, side. So where am I going to get that from? Well, AX is a shared or common side between these two triangles. So 3, AX is congruent to itself, and that's the reflexive property. So now let me look. I have a side, an angle, and a side. I have 3 statements that show congruency between those parts. So 4, I have enough information to prove these triangles are congruent by side, angle, side. And again, when I write that triangle congruency statement, which is this right here, right, those corresponding parts are in the same order. So because I've shown that these two triangles are exactly the same, I can talk about any other part that exists within those triangles. So these angles are within those triangles, and since I've shown that those triangles are congruent by side, angle, side, I can now say that those two angles, angle ABX and angle ACX, are congruent.